Hello, guys. It's good to see you again, or talk to you again. I'd like to start this time off today talking about Dr. Jerry Falwell, and I want to go over three major impacts he had, focusing on three institutions: Thomas Road Baptist Church, Liberty University, and the Moral Majority. But before I do that, I want to tell you a quick story that I had as a student in my undergraduate degree at Liberty University. I just finished writing my biblical dissertation, which is a inductive analysis of 1 Timothy chapter 3. I was walking out of the religion hall, and sadly, Dr. Falwell had just passed away, and his viewing was over in the DeMoss building in the main atrium there. And I had just walked out, and the grade for this degree really hinged on whether or not I was going to get a high GPA or whether or not I was going to pass this class. So I'm walking out of there, and as soon as I see my grade, which was like a high 90, almost close to 100, I raised my hands up in the air and I screamed, "Yes!" And all the people in line waiting to go to the viewing and mourn Dr. Falwell stared at me with these very incredulous looks. And I had to kind of point across the hallway and go, or across the road and the parking lot there and go, no, it's exam week. I just got a really good grade. And they kind of smiled and were understanding. I know that's a humorous story about Dr. Falwell, but I hope it would be one that's enlightening as well. So I focused on three specific people who talked about Dr. Falwell as someone who rebirthed the Christian emphasis, someone who focused on his moral majority and fighting liberalism, as well as bringing about or instituting the moral majority. So the three areas: Thomas Road Baptist Church obviously focuses on specifically the Christian aspects of what he was doing. The foundation of that church, the implementation in that church, as it dovetailed and tied into Liberty University, was a major invigorating response for the Baptist community, as well as for politics and for culture, for raising up young men and young women to be champions for Christ with a Judeo-Christian value, not only in their biblical teaching, but also in their academics and their education as well. And the third, and potentially the most important one when it comes to the pervasiveness in culture and in history, obviously that would be debatable, would be the moral majority. The moral majority, as talked about by Shields and Williams in their articles, specifically focuses on the mobilization of this power base, the mobilization of these Christians who hadn't been in this world, so to speak. They were in it, but not of it. These people coming to vote, coming to mobilize for Ronald Reagan, for the moral majority, really is what catapults Dr. Falwell into national prominence. And Thomas Road Baptist Church, as well as Liberty University, and their popularity are offshoots of that. That is something that, given my age and given the timeline in which I grew up, I hadn't really been cognizant of that depth of understanding at that point. So understanding that was extremely insightful for me. Also going on to Dr. Souza's writing on really the rebirth and the renaissance of Dr. Falwell, the Baptist community, the moral majority, and those conservative viewpoints were very, very interesting, as well as the video of God and Caesar, as we see Dr. Falwell was hated, where he got a cake thrown at him at certain points, and then loved and espoused at some times by Ronald Reagan, and obviously those who shared his viewpoints. These three places of impact, Thomas Road, Liberty, and the moral majority, provide really a cultural groundswell or upswell of information that allows us to evaluate where we stand, where Dr. Falwell and his legacy stands. And as Dr. Ed Heinzen had said, not only is this legacy something that impacted his generation, but will also be an impact for the generations to come, given the life that he led, the institutions that he currently established, and then the challenges and the ringing endorsements that will continue to bring. I hope that provokes some thought for you. I know it provokes me to action, to continue to make sure that my life is one that would bring God honor and glory and challenge the generations behind me to change. And I hope the same can be said for you. Thank you for watching.